1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Hey guys, it's Will from Fuse. Just want to give a quick shout out to my seniors, Harrison, Martin, Jack, and Caleb, and tell Fuse to hang tough and keep the faith.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to Fuse Live. We are glad you guys are with us tonight. I am Dustin. I am the high school pastor here at Westover. And who are you?
And I'm Robert. That's all you need to know. Just my name is good enough. Guys, we are pumped to have you here tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff in. Look at how many cue cards I have. That's how much fun stuff we have for you guys tonight.
You're gonna
There's
drop
so
them.
many. I know if I drop, I'll be in trouble. Yeah, we got some games. We got some worship. We have some amazing, incredible guests tonight, not just including me and Dustin, because Dustin's pretty amazing, but some other people who are going to be coming up and joining us. We got two quick things for you. If you would like to participate in our Fuse live stream next week or the following week or whenever we do them, you can text to join the live stream right there. That number is 336-444-6441. Say that number 10 times fast and you'll have it memorized.
The number with all the fours in it.
Yeah, exactly. So text that number and we will somehow get you involved possibly on our Fuse live streams. We don't know how and we can't tell you when yet, but we'll do it. So text that number. If you would like to win a prize tonight, our second part is you need to text the same number, 336-444-6441, the word prize. And you need to put those quotes in there. Otherwise Hannah doesn't see it. You gotta have the quotes, I think. But texting.
I think that's false that's false.
Oh, just kidding.
False.
You do not have to have the quotes. That's just on the screen. But no quotes required, just like no purchase necessary. So text the word prize to 336-444-6441, and you will be entered for our giveaway. You need to do that in the first couple of minutes of the show, like the first 5 to 10 minutes, because we're cutting it off about halfway through.
All
So
right.
make that happen.
So do that. You guys have lots of opportunities to be a part of things that we're doing. Especially since we're going to be doing live streams until like 2026 at this, hopefully not. But to kick off the night, if you remember last week, you voted on a leader to face the wheel of consequences, and it wasn't even close. Landslide. Aaron Riddle won the vote to do the wheel of consequences.
And some people would say it was a very beautiful finish.
You could say that.
I think some people said
You
that.
could say that. And so we had to do his punishment. It was nice because he was on the show already, so we were able to bring him right on, do the wheel, and his punishment was that Hannah and the boys had to do his makeup for our staff meeting, and he requested immediately that video not go beyond staff meeting, and so of course we honored that request by making a video to share with all of you right now. So check this out.
Aaron lost an event. Lost a bet with the live stream on Wednesday night. And as a result of that, he has to get on this staff teleconference wearing makeup. So when I let him in here in a minute, we will see how noticeable it is. But I've got him in the waiting room right now, but I wanted everybody else to get on here before I let him in, okay?
Oh, hello.
There we go.
Hey.
Oh, man. You look like you didn't sleep well last night. What happened?
The boys.
Classic Aaron.
Oh, my goodness.
Same old Aaron.
My hat.
Yep.
Well, Aaron, this is recorded, so,
Oh, no.
so you can relive it for many, many days to come,
Man.
all right?
Things you do for high schoolers.
All right. So, what? Aaron, you were a great sport, so thank you. Thanks for being a part of that. I'm sure he'll get us back at some point. But so we have some very special guests this evening. that we are just super excited to have on the show. And so joining me tonight are Pastor Don and Donna. So thank you guys for being here. Yeah. So what did you guys think of the makeup thing?
Loved it.
He was beautiful. He was gorgeous, gorgeous guy.
Nice.
It's coming back too.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
Aaron, that picture
it's coming back. It's coming back. I didn't know if you meant the picture or if it was going to be coming back on me.
That
So,
too, maybe.
so you guys have had a busy night. You were already on the middle school live stream a little bit ago, and there was some bashing of eggs against your faces, and
It's right here.
yeah, so
It's right here and here too.
some of the
I have a
some of
bump
the
on my forehead.
wearing the signs of the game from the middle school broadcast. So thank you guys for joining us tonight, being a part of that, and being with us tonight. I think most of the people watching probably know who you are, but just in case there's some people who maybe don't, maybe just take a minute to tell us a little bit about who you guys are, a little bit about yourselves.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Donna, and yes, we have gone through our married life being Donna, and that was not planned. But I grew up in St. Louis. I'm the youngest of 3 girls. I was raised going to a wonderful church, a lot like Westover. When I was a kid, I accepted Christ when I was 6 years old.
VBS.
During VBS, yeah, so that's always been very special to me. I loved sports growing up. I was real involved in my school, public school where I attended, and I was really involved in our youth group too. I loved youth group. So, yeah, we have 2 daughters that were 9 and 12 when we moved here. So we're going on 30 years, so you guys can figure out how old they are now. And we have 2 wonderful son-in-laws. So, yeah.
They may not know I was a high school teacher, and I love doing that. I too accepted Christ when I was very, very young, and played a lot of sports. Loved to water ski. And besides her 2 daughters and son-in-laws, we have 6 grandkids, and of course you guys know Jacob and Jensen. Yeah.
Awesome. So what possessed you guys to be a part of this tonight? To be a part of the middle school and the egg roulette and like what made you guys feel like you should do this?
We've been watching on Wednesday nights. It's just been fun to see what's going on and just being a part of it, connecting with you guys on Wednesday nights. And we love the kids of this church, so it's just been fun to connect in that way.
Awesome.
And it has been fun watching.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Well, we're glad you guys have been a part of it and that you could join us tonight. And you mentioned that you used to work with students. So before coming here, and you had a stint that you worked with high school kids, middle school kids. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I was youth pastor when I was young, even before I finished college. I got to be a part of high school ministry. Then I was youth pastor in St. Louis and in Toronto, Canada. And back in one of those churches, I was responsible for junior high and senior high, is what we called it back then. And but I just love kids. That was 100 years ago, but yeah, so I love doing that. And then in between, I taught in a public high school.
Okay. 100 years ago. I mean, you're looking
good.
pretty good.
It's getting closer every day, Dustin. Move on.
All right, we'll move on. How did you guys meet?
I'm younger than he is, so okay. I'm
Okay.
not-
Move on.
Okay.
Move on.
Well, we can talk more about that later. So how did you guys meet?
The church I attended with my family in St. Louis, Don's dad actually came to be the pastor, senior pastor of our church. And he moved there with his sister still in college, so he was the only child that they brought with him. And you were 9th grade.
9th grade.
And the only thing I knew, I was in 6th grade, so the only thing I knew is Pastor Miller had a son, but I didn't know much about that. But that's how we met at church.
And it was kind of strange. Our church did a camp every year for junior kids, junior high, senior high, different weeks. And so I was old enough to be in charge or part of the high school. She would have been a high schooler. And we started talking at that time. It was a whole lot different than 9th and 6th grade. And so that's...
Then I knew who he was, right?
Yeah, so that's a little bit how we got to know each other.
All right. Okay. So fast forward, you guys end up at Westover. How did that happen? How did God bring you guys here?
We were very happy where we were. In St. Louis, we had gone out and started a daughter church and absolutely loved it and loved the people. And so we were very happy where we were. And then somehow our name came up to the search committee of Westover, and they were pretty much at the end of it, I think, right, of their search.
It's a lot like what's going on now,
Yeah.
only 100 years ago.
You're getting older by the second, you know?
Only 30 years ago. And I forgot how we got connected, and I just fell in love with the search team. And that process took close to a year, but
We kept
so-
saying, if the search team, if the church is anything like the search team, we want to go see these people. It was really fun. Yeah.
So we loved it. You know, the church was bigger where we were. It was newer, a whole lot of things, but God eventually convinced us we were supposed to come to Greensboro.
So people may not know this. You announced it in church the one time we talked about it when I first came here. About we basically bought a house in your backyard. So like our back fence is your back fence.
This is true.
And I just, Dawn and I wanted to say, like, we have appreciated all that you guys have done to make us feel welcome, and the cards that you have sent. I know you've sent a ton of cards to my kids already, and which it's been a huge blessing to them. It's been a blessing to us, the way that you guys have helped make us feel welcome. And I'm sure others are blessed by that as well.
We've had a couple lunches.
Yeah, we've been able to do like socially distanced
Yeah.
lunches in the backyard, and but the cards thing, I need to ask, like, exactly how many cards do you think you have sent in 30 years at Westover?
Yeah, it's probably a lot, but
30,000.
30,000.
at least 100.
Yeah,
But
at
no,
least.
from that level.
Okay.
No, but it's been actually really fun. And I think how I got started, because you asked me, I think the way I got started is when I would go through the intercessor, it's what you pray through each week, and I would see different people's names in there, and I thought, I want them to know I'm praying for them. And so I started to send them a card, but I think too, the Lord just sort of puts different people on my heart and on my mind to send to, and I try to just follow through. And I think too, wanting people not to feel like a number, that they're noticed and that they're cared for. And whether they're 4 years old, or I just had a wonderful friend go to heaven at 101 a couple months ago. So I mean, it doesn't matter what age they were, but my favorite things to send, and I do it weekly, is to my small group. So I was third grade for a while and started it with them, but I've been fourth graders for a while, and every week I send scripture to them. So that's
Dustin,
my favorite.
what's fun is I'll get this thank you note, and I'll go home and say, what did we do?
That's a good problem
It's
to
a
have.
great
That's-
problem.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I know my family's been blessed by it, so I think it's an awesome ministry that you have. And so you guys have been here 30 years, and one of the big things that I really wanted to try to do tonight with having you guys come on is just give you a chance to share about the changes that are coming up for you guys, for Westover. I know we've announced it in church and things, but I don't know how many of our high school students or those watching tonight know all the details or really what's going on. And so I just wanted to give you guys a chance to maybe share a little bit about that with our students who are watching.
You want me to start?
I would, but I'd like
Go
you
ahead.
to, but I just want the students to know how thankful I am that you're asking this, because they're just as important to us as their parents knowing. So thank you for allowing us this time to say that to them. Yeah, so.
You know, when we came to Westover, she mentioned we had third grade, seventh grader. Our kids were young, we were young, and when it looked like, well, I guess I'm going to be here and not go to another church, I always just said when I hit a certain age, happened to be 68, I want Westover to have a younger pastor. And so we're getting to that place. So Westover has a search team, and they've gotten hundreds of resumes, and so we're in that process. The virus has slowed it down, but sometime, several months, might be into next year, but that transition's going to take place. And our leadership would like us to overlap, so we're excited that we get to work for a few months with the new pastor and his wife.
That'd be great. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only been here since January, and so just in that short time, I've seen how much both of you are loved and how much you mean to Westover. And so thank you for the time that you've invested into the people that are here. I'm excited to see what God does through this transition. So I want to wrap it up with something just a little more kind of light. 30 years is a long time at Westover. That's a good chunk of time to have some good stories. And so I feel like you got to have one good, crazy, funny moment. Probably several, but what is one that jumps to mind of something funny or crazy that's happened in your time here?
This isn't funny. Most exciting was this Sunday. We had almost 300 people respond and come to Christ.
Oh, wow.
But one that comes to mind that relates to the staff, we were on a staff retreat. We were all on the dock at the lake fishing, and I caught a baby duck in front of the
I don't know if we can
entire
say that. Can we say that?
I literally caught a baby duck with a mother duck not happy at all.
No. Oh, man. So how do you recover from something like that?
You don't. They still say things.
I immediately called for Rick, our senior youth pastor, to come, and he literally jumped in the water, grabbed the baby duck, and the mother duck went after him, and he literally had to take the hook out of the bill like it was a fish.
Yeah, but everybody was okay after that, other than maybe Rick because he was a little wet.
Except my pride.
Your pride. Okay. All right. So that's good.
You have anything?
Funny, or there was one thing that was really neat. We were on a mission trip. We were heading into China, and we stopped in Hong Kong, and we were sitting in a meeting that we thought we were just sitting there. The Everswicks, the mission pastor, was doing something, and so as we're sitting there, this guy kept looking at us in the meeting, and he said, "Did you have a mustache?" Looked at Don.
You?
No. And I did. But he looks at Don and he said, "Were you in Toronto?" He said, "You were our college pastor and that, but we hadn't seen him in like 30 years from Canada, and we were all in Hong Kong."
Yeah.
It was really strange.
It's
It
a
was
small
very
world.
cool. It was. Very
That's
fun.
cool. Well, so as we kind of wrap it up, how can we as a high school ministry, our students, people watching, how can we be praying for you guys?
I would just like to say, I hope the kids know that we love being around them. We love those few days we drop in. Project Serve, we're so disappointed not to do that. And any events, I just hope they know that. As far as praying, I don't really necessarily just want to flat out retire. And so it's kind of weird, but at 100, I'm still asking, okay, God, what do you have for the next few years? So that could be a way they could pray.
Okay, great.
That'd be cool.
Okay. All right. Well, anything you guys want to say to our students as we sign off with them?
Pray that Donna will get the egg out of her.
Yeah.
I'm really craving eggs right now, so no.
Yeah. It's like a conditioner, like a treatment, right? Like it helps.
It is. But I would just like the kids to know how much we love and care for them. It's just really fun that they're around and we get to be with them at certain times and that they're a very important part of Westover Church.
Cool. Great. Well, thank you guys for being here. Really
Great.
appreciate it. And you guys will be back up in a little bit to do something a little more. Well, hopefully this was fun. I don't want to say more fun, but something a little more energetic.
Okay.
We're going to be playing a game.
This
so.
was brutal.
Yeah, sorry. The torture's over. But we want to move on. We want to have a little bit of a time of worship, and Brock, one of our leaders, is going to come and share on video here in a minute. And so just ask you guys to just be preparing your hearts for what God might want to say to you in these next few minutes. And we're going to kick it off with a short message from one of your seniors. So check it out.
Hey guys, it's Sophia, and I just wanted to talk about something I've been struggling with lately, which is just doubting God in the midst of the situation, or feeling abandoned, or feeling like God does not understand what we're going through. And these are straight up lies from Satan, because I've had to realize that there's purpose in what God is doing right now, and that every emotion that I feel does not go unnoticed by the Lord, and He walks with us straight through all of these hardships. He knows what pain feels like, what guilt, shame, doubt feels like, and he bore it all on the cross. And so I've just had to constantly remind myself that God sees me and he fully understands what we're going through, and every time we allowed the world to diminish or control our thoughts, we have to run straight back to him, because God has placed the best things in life on the other side of fear, and that is such good truth to constantly be reminding ourselves during this time. But that was my 1 minute testimony, and I miss you guys like crazy.
Hey, Impact and Fuse. We're here to, we're going to play you a song here of worship. Like I always say, I'd like for you to sing for us, sing with me, but I'd love for you to worship with us. So just worship with us, would you please?
Every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever bring, but for you, Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. Live for you. Oh, live for you. Holy, there is no one like you.
Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this chance to be here. Even though we're not here together as a church, we're here spiritually. And we know that you're here with us as well. And I pray that the rest of the night goes well, that you speak to us, even though we're not present, but we know that you're here with us. We pray as COVID continues, everyone is safe, places begin to open, the world goes back to the same. In your name I pray, amen.
How many of you overuse emojis when you text? There are a few emojis that I don't use often, but when I do, they say a lot. It's these emojis. These emojis represent shock. I'd venture to say that most of the time, these shock emojis are sent along with text reports that something that was shocking in a bad way. Something that catches us off guard and hits us out of nowhere. Have you ever experienced anything like that in your life? Something that simply rocked your world, caught you off guard, made your life feel uncertain, or caused you a lot of hurt. The thing about these shockingly painful moments is that they often hit us out of nowhere. And because of that, it's difficult for us to know how they'll make us feel and how we'll respond. Sometimes we surprise ourselves by how well we'll handle it. Sometimes we surprise ourselves by how much it tears us apart. Sometimes we feel closer to God when stuff rocks us, but other times we wonder where God is at all. Because we're all wired differently, we experience hurt differently. But that doesn't change the fact that hurt hurts. And when life hurts, we all find ourselves wondering what to do next. That's why we're doing this series, What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do, because we all encounter those no words emoji moments, and so did Joseph. We began this series by talking about him last week, and this week the story continues in a way that can only be described as a face with a straight mouth emoji. Joseph is one of the most famous people in the Old Testament of the Bible. Joseph had some family drama that he definitely played a part in creating. He was his dad's favorite child and therefore given special treatment compared to his brothers. On top of that, he had a dream that his brothers and even his parents bowed down to him out of respect and honor. So how did they respond? Genesis 37:18 says, "But they saw him in the distance, and before he reached them, they plotted to kill him." Despite his anger towards Joseph, one of his brothers actually had a conscience in the moment. Genesis 37:21 through 22 says, "When Reuben heard this, he tried to rescue him from their hands. 'Let's not take his life,' he said. 'Don't shed any blood. Throw him into this cistern here in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him.' Reuben said this to rescue him and to take him back to his father." They listened to Reuben, and when Joseph approached, they ripped off the special coat his father had given him, and they threw him in a well. They noticed a caravan of traders approaching. Judah, another one of Joseph's many brothers, suggested that they sell Joseph to these traders. They dipped Joseph's coat in the blood of a wild animal, took it to their father, and told him that Joseph was likely attacked and killed by an animal. We simply cannot imagine the fear, despair, uncertainty, anger, and hurt that he felt. Betrayed by his own flesh and blood, sold into very real slavery by the brothers he grew up with. The message being sent was loud and clear. We're all better off without you. I mean, what would you do? How would you get yourself unsold? This is clearly a what to do when you don't know what to do moment. Our stories are different than Joseph's, but we will all experience pain of some kind. We'll all have scary, painful, or dangerous moments that catch us off guard. We'll all have moments when life doesn't make sense and we don't have the words to process what's happening. Unfortunately for Joseph, he had more shocking moments in his future. We'll look at some of those in the next few weeks, but I want to highlight 5 powerful words that show up in the historical account of his life. While they don't keep him from getting thrown into a pit, and they didn't keep him from being sold, These 5 words literally made all the difference and helped Joseph maybe more than anything else. The Lord was with Joseph. Joseph didn't have a lot going for him in the pit, and even less afterward. But when Joseph was in despair, wondering how life would turn out, he could rely on a single truth: God was with him. This truth didn't change the reality of Joseph's situation, but it was better than being alone. This truth didn't mean that Joseph could see where the story was going, but he could know that he wasn't entirely dependent on himself to get out of this situation. This truth didn't mean that Joseph could easily deal with the things that had happened to him. It didn't even mean that he had a reason for or explanation for the pain in his life. But he didn't have to figure out things all by himself. And the same is true for you. When there's nothing you can do, God is with you. Truthfully, we hear that all the time, so often that the words lose their meaning. We don't feel them, but think about it for a second. God is with you, not in some abstract way, but He is literally present, near you, next to you when you feel alone. When you and I can truly understand and embrace this truth, it changes things. Our circumstances may not change. After all, Joseph wasn't immediately returned to his family. But it changes our perspective on our situation. And maybe more than anything, it gives us hope that we can even keep going when it feels like we can't. Knowing that God is with us may not change our circumstances, but it might just change us. It might give us enough hope to keep going, even in the midst of our hopeless circumstances. But what does that look like for us? There are no formulas for easy answers to get through hard times. But here are some things to do in the meantime. Be real. Feel your feelings. Not everyone will experience incredible luck in life, but everyone will go through tough times and pain. There are no cliches to make the hard times go away. And our job isn't just to suck it up and act like everything is okay. If we believe that God is with us, then we should know that God is more than okay with our honest questions, doubts, and fears. And here's the other thing. Remind yourself and each other that God is with you. Here's a spoiler alert. Things did eventually work out for Joseph. But we know that because we can read the whole story in the Bible. But when Joseph was in it, he didn't know how it would turn out. There were no spoiler alerts for him. All he could do is face another day wondering how things would turn out. But he held on to the one thing: God was with him. In moments when life is toughest, that's when the reminder is most important. God is with you, and your story isn't over yet. Our life will be full of moments when we don't know what to do about our pain. We'll want to insert the shocked face emoji a lot of times. In those moments, it's important to know that when you don't know what to do, God is with you. And so are we. So is your small group. It will give you hope when things feel hopeless. It won't make the difficult circumstances go away, but you will have something to count on. You will know that you're not alone.
All right, guys, appreciate that word from Brock. If you have any questions about that, or just any questions that came up tonight, shoot us a text at 336-444-6441. We are here for you. And now we're going to get on to a little segment that we like to call Wheel of Consequences. But before we start, someone said that they didn't think I used my cue cards, and this is like, look at everything on there. The next thing I think you're going to tell me is that there's nothing in this coffee mug. And I can't believe you would say that. It's the best coffee ever made. So we're here with our amazing guest, Wheel of Consequences segment. We're here last week for the game of life. This is called Should I Stay or Should I Go? You guys are voting. You guys are voting. But here are the rules. I'm going to give you a scenario. You tell us, you to chat, to go. So just stay home or we go to wherever we go. Are going to give their answers and whoever has the same answer as the most amount of students answer wins. That was a tongue twister. That was a tongue twister. You gotta think the same as the students. So here we go. We're not even doing a dummy round because Don and Donna, they're on their game. So here we go. This is the first question. You are given a free trip to anywhere in the world, but only the people quarantined in your house with you get to be there. So I'm assuming,
Stuck with your band.
yeah, you're stuck with your family. I know, I even showed my blank card. They probably.
I'm turning the mic back on.
Can they hear us? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we promised that we would deliver you something that Netflix and YouTube cannot. Technical difficulties. So you're back here with us. We're enjoying our segment, Wheel of Consequences. Gonna be honest, don't know where we lost you, so we're just gonna pick up with our game. We have here with me Don and Donna again. Awesome, you guys did the egg smashing, egg roulette earlier. You were great at that. Might have some bruises up there, maybe. So we're glad to have you with middle school. This game is called Should I Stay or Should I Go? And if you can name a song that goes with that tune, throw it in chat. I doubt you can, though. So here are the rules. We're going to give you a scenario. This scenario could be anything about staying or going. We played it last week, so hopefully you are familiar with it. After we give you the scenario, we are going to ask you to put in the chat for Hannah to read, would you stay or would you go? Don and Donna, your job is to guess what the students are saying. Now, if you say stay and more students say stay than go, you win that point. All right? Okay. And don't forget, this is Fuse, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. So here we go. First scenario. You are given a free trip to anywhere in the world, but only the people quarantined in your house with you get to go there.
So, brothers, sisters.
Brothers and sisters, yeah. Mm-hmm. Brothers, sisters, whoever's in your house. Okay. Pets not included. Hold on. We got to let the students answer first. So students, go ahead and lock in. That's all right. Now, you guys have been to a lot of places in the world, haven't you? Yeah. Favorite one? Anywhere?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah. All right. I love shopping on Amazon. It's fantastic. You get anything you want there. All right, Hannah, do we have an answer locked in from students?
Yes. It looks like majority would go.
Majority would go. Don said go, and Donna said go, so that's a tie. And I don't know who said I don't use my cue cards, but I'm keeping score with them right here. You can't see that, but they both have one. Here we go. Next question. I get to go to my favorite restaurant, but I have to eat with my arch nemesis. You have to eat with your arch nemesis, students. I don't know who your arch nemesis is. Maybe the first chair trumpet and your second chair. I'm not saying from personal experience, just a guess.
Came out of nowhere.
I don't know. I don't know. I was never even close to second chair, so I don't know where they came from. Do you guys have an arch nemesis?
No.
No?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. All right, fair enough.
One?
Just one. got a whole list of them over there. All right, so do you have your answers locked in?
Got it.
Hannah, do we have answers locked in from students?
Yes.
All right, what would the students do?
Staying, for
They
sure.
would stay. Don's going to stay, and Donna is going to stay.
Wait, she's picking up her answer after she hears the answer.
Maybe.
Am I wrong about this?
We have a little trickery here.
You're hearing the answer and then picking up the card.
I think we figured out who your arch nemesis is. I think we have that. All right, we're going to remedy that one this round. Here we go. Our next question is, You get to go to Friendly Center for the afternoon. Beautiful place, love it. But you can only go to Barnes & Nobles. And you can't order Starbucks. You just got to go. I don't know if you're playing the board games in there, reading books. I don't know what. So, Donna, do you have your answers locked in? Okay. All right. Hannah, do we have an answer for us? Would students stay or go? Would they go to Barnes & Nobles? Nope.
I'm going to give them a little bit of time.
They're entering.
Yeah,
I don't know
they
if
would go.
They would go.
100%
They're
go.
going because our students are smart and love to read.
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly why.
That's it, yeah.
That's exactly
Let's get
why.
out of the
I want to go. I just
Not
want
to
be
mention there's a
someplace.
Cold Stone right across the street. But whatever. Don, would you stay or go? Don would go. That is the correct answer. Donna? They're both going. Guys, this scoreboard is very easy to keep track of because the points don't matter because we're tied.
Down goes Donna on this one.
All right, next scenario. I get to go to a birthday party. You get to go to a birthday party with 100 people. So maybe that's a good thing or not. But you don't know anybody there. You get to go to a birthday party with 100 people, but you don't know anybody there. Would you stay or would you go?
That's a good question. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on if you like cake and piñatas.
Or people.
Or people, yeah. Yeah. How quickly can you get to know them? I guess that's the question. And how long of a birthday party is this?
How desperate you are.
Yeah.
Can I change my?
Okay, you can change. Yes, we'll allow. All right, you're locked in now, though. Are you ready? All right, Hannah, would students stay or go?
They are staying.
They are staying. They're afraid of people, I think. So, Don, what would you do? Don would go because he likes people, and Donna would go too. So, unfortunately, neither of you get points for it, but it doesn't matter because you've said the same thing every time. I don't know how we're going to have a winner with this one.
They'd stay home?
They would stay home. They're used
We're
to
in quarantine.
They're used to FaceTime, I guess now, Zoom. I don't want that stuff. All right, next scenario. You get to go to my friend's house for the day. I'm going to assume it's your friend's house because you probably don't want to go to my friend's house. You get to go to your friend's house for the day, but neither of you are allowed to have your phones. You can't have your phones, but you get to go to your friend's house. Would you stay or would you go? Now, you have to think like a student here
I know,
because
but that's it. I know.
I'm sure the majority of my life, believe it or not, I have not had a cell phone. I'm very young, and you guys
And
are as
we're
well.
very old.
You're very young.
I'm 100.
Yep, 100 like earlier. So you grew up not having your phone. So think like a student. Hannah, do we have an answer locked in?
Yes.
Wait. Donna's got to pick up an
she's
answer.
gotta pick hers.
Donna,
Okay.
which one are you going with? All right, Donna's got it locked in. Hannah, would they stay or go?
Yes, it is unanimous, and they are going.
They are going to their friends. Oh, Donna! So wait, you wouldn't go to your friend's house? All right, I now have a score discrepancy. Don is ahead. Don is ahead by 1 point. I think we have a couple more scenarios here. Here's imagine this scenario. You get to go on a date with the person of your dreams, but your parents have to come and tell embarrassing stories about you the whole time. Do you guys have an embarrassing date story?
A couple.
Do you have a quick one? Like 20 seconds? No, that's too long. No?
We had a first date when we were younger, and it didn't go really.
A first date?
Yeah, it didn't
as
go
opposed
well.
to a second first
And then
date.
a couple years later, we had a second first date, and that went really good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think.
If at first you don't succeed. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have an answer locked in, Hannah?
I'm looking, and it looks like majority say they would still go.
Majority would go. All right, telling crazy stories. So what? Don would stay and Donna would go! We are back to a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, all for the Wheel of Consequences. We got to have a winner here. I don't know what we're going to
This
do
is
or
it?
not. So we have a couple more questions here. We'll see how many we can go with. We got, you get to go to dinner theater with friends, but the meal is cold leftovers from Taco Bell. Ugh. Do you even like warm Taco Bell? That's the question. But the students might. Hannah, would you stay or go? Do we have an answer?
I gotta give them a little bit more time. Sorry. You have to
That's all right.
talk about Taco Bell a little bit more while they put it.
Cold Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. Cheesy chalupa. Mm-hmm. I don't really like Taco Bell, so I got nothing to fill this segment with. Got nothing. They do have that Mountain Dew, though.
Okay, it's a little bit closer, but they would go.
They would go. Don and Donna are both going as well. All right, we got one more scenario. You guys
That's
better.
it. This is it.
This is for all the marbles right here.
Come on.
You get to go to the lake with your bestie, but you have to sleep outside with no bug spray. Lake trip, no bug spray. Would you stay or would you go? You guys locked in?
Are you?
Is this your answer or is that your answer?
That's my
okay, that's
answer.
your answer. Just checking.
You just caught me.
Got to keep an honest man honest. over here. Hannah, do we have an answer?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet?
Wow. Man, I feel like that's a pretty easy one, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know.
now they're coming in. They would go.
They would go. Don, what would you do? Don would go, and Donna is gonna go. Oh, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have ended this game with a tie.
So we don't have to do
I don't know
we don't
how-
have to do the wheel. No wheel.
No wheel. I think, why don't we do a quick rock, paper, scissors? Yeah? The first is, this is a one-rounder. We're quick on time, so go ahead.
Wait. We got a bonus question.
Oh, we got a bonus question.
Oh, no.
All right, so we've been talking. We came up with a bonus question.
All right.
So so here's the question. Stay or go.
Where'd you come from?
I know. I'm sorry. Out of nowhere. All right. So you can go out with friends, out in the town with friends, anywhere you want to go, but you have to wear white socks with sandals.
Hey, I'm doing it! Yeah! I'm doing it. Oh, I don't know. What would students say on this?
Wait, is Robert the friend?
Yeah, you'd be in good company. So students,
I'm gonna
what
awkwardly
would the
leave now.
students say? You could go out on the town with your friends, but you have to wear white socks and sandals. I'm just saying, if your feet are cold, this is a great alternative. I don't know. What's up? But don't worry about it. I ran in here. Do we have answers rolling in? Do you guys have your answers
Yes,
locked
sir.
in?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yeah.
you're gonna wear white socks and sandals. Would you stay or would you go? Hannah?
Everyone's going.
Everyone's going. Don's gonna go. Donna's gonna go too. I thought you might have a little bit more.
All right.
I don't know. I guess people are more important than your clothing. But I expect when we have our first fuse back that everybody wears white socks and sandals.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our rock, paper, scissors really quick. Here we go. We got to have a winner here.
Right? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Donna wins! Don has got to spin that wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We have the wheel of consequences.
I was gonna do
with
a
our
rock.
wheel of consequence
I was gonna
button
do a rock.
right here.
There you go.
I think we're not on TV anymore.
Screw his smiley.
I did. Listen,
That's the
everybody needs to. They can't see it. I do use my cue cards though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
Dye
Oh,
your
there we go.
hair.
All right, here are our wheel of consequences. Here are our options. You have to dye your hair with Kool-Aid. What color would you choose though? I'm thinking
Great.
purple. Great. Yeah, there you go. What's our next? Student's choice.
Oh, no.
That sounds like a bad one.
No.
I don't know. Prank call the elder board.
Okay, that's
All right, that sounds pretty
It's
fun.
nothing I haven't done before.
All right, what's next? Suck on a lemon for 1 minute.
Okay.
That's not bad. Eat some lemonade.
Yeah.
What's next? Give your punishment to Dustin. Ooh, that one could be interesting. All right, what do we got next? 3 a.m. TikTok dance video.
Yeah, that's
3 a.m.
that's got me written all over.
I think that would be a really good dance.
That's it.
All right, what's our next option? That's way too. And Sunday service.
Appear on this week's Sunday service in shorts.
Oh, wear shorts to the Sunday service.
Okay.
Appear
Sure.
on them.
Sure.
We'll see if that one
Shirt
happens.
up top,
Yeah,
shorts on the bottom.
yeah, it's a quarantine interview
That'd be
right there.
fun.
All right, that's all our options, ladies and gentlemen. Don, are you ready to
Yes.
spin the wheel of consequences? Let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1, go.
What do I want? The lemon.
The lemon. Do you like one?
No, but who cares?
Oh.
That's all I'm in. Suck a lemon.
And it is. Ooh, student's choice. There's
I
the
want to
shorts.
dance.
Give your punishment to Dustin. Is that what it's going to land on, ladies and You are off the hook.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Tonight you've smashed eggs on your head.
Yeah, that's right.
You've done all sorts of crazy stuff. So you got a little bit of a break here. I think that means Dustin's got to come up.
Now we need you.
And I think that means he's got to spin a wheel of consequence. But we were prepared in case this
Are
one
you
came up.
sure you were keeping score properly?
Yeah, I have my scorecard is right here. It's a big smiley face. So there you go. All right, so we got a wheel of consequences for Dustin in case this one happened. Do we have that the preview of that?
There's a different wheel.
We were ready for this. All right, so we got about 40% chance of shave your beard. You know, I had to go the straight.
My wife influenced this.
Your
didn't
wife
she?
influences. We trim your beard. That's a small one. All right. What's next?
There's a theme.
Remove that mess on your face. I think they put yeah. Keep your beard.
What is it?
That's a small slice there. I don't
It's
know.
like everything's on. It's all about. You guys really love this thing, don't you?
That's really small. Hold on. That says, please, for the love of all that is good and holy, shave off that obnoxious thing you call facial hair. I'm pretty sure obnoxious has an O in it, though. But hey, let's roll this beard. I mean, this wheel of consequences.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I don't know,
what
man.
could it be?
I don't know.
There's like a slight chance that you
That I
get out
could-
of here unscathed.
I know. Look, the one, if I land on like the keep your beard, I'm never touching. It's gonna be next year before this thing gets touched. Just gonna let it go.
There you go, quarantine beard. Make it happen. All right, Dustin. 3, 2, 1. Consequence.
Whoa, hey.
That was a different language. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
All right. Where's it going?
Remove that mess on your face. Remove that mess.
When does that happen? Now?
Yeah, right. We have some clippers right here, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if I trust any of you
No,
with
I'm
this.
just kidding. So sometime this week you have to get rid of everything right here. I think what you should do though is do it in stages and show us different.
You know, it does say I have to get rid of the beard.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't say anything about the mustache.
Listen, man.
My wife would be pumped about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up to her. So.
I would not look like a creeper at all.
Oh man! All right,
Stay away from my house.
Build a tall fence now. All right, we have a winner from our group tonight. If you entered for the prize, we are about to randomly call on who our winner is. If you didn't enter, sorry, enter next time. 336-444-6441. Text that number and we'll be ready to go. Hannah, who is our winner?
Yes, so congratulations to Christian Goga.
Christian Goga! All right!
Yes, so Christian, if you can hop on the chat and tell me if you would like a Fuse journal or a brand new Fuse t-shirt.
Ooh, a
One of the
journal or a
first to
t-shirt.
sport
Don't
them,
leave without
just
telling
let me know in the chat.
Cool. Awesome. Congratulations, Christian. I like it. Well, I think that's all we have for tonight. There we go. Look at that. You're soaking it all in, aren't you?
Enjoying it while I can.
Awesome. And don't forget, if you want to be a part of our live stream, text 336-444-6441, and we will incorporate you into it somehow.
That's it, man. That's all we got for tonight.
Thanks for coming
All
on,
right,
Don
thanks
and
for being here
Don.
with us. Thanks, Don and Don, for being part of the show. Yeah, we will see you guys next week on Fuse Live.
Fuse Live.